prop man came today. Prop man. Brought me what I was looking for. A way to get the airplane back flying and test out some of these new things that we've added over the past couple months. I was really happy today.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Excellent. I'm excited about this.
I'll bet you can get flying again.
Yeah, that's right.
That's always a good thing.
Always.
All right.
Grab this end.
Get it off the tire there.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
All right, then let me get on this side.
We could probably rest it
Where do you
down.
want to put? Oh, you're gonna put it right on that?
Yeah, so I can roll it around.
All righty.
That'll work out. Excellent.
It's a heavy duty one for such a small prop.
Yeah, it is.
But some of them, whew, I tell you, good thing you don't have a radial in.
Oh boy.
Those props.
And then I proceeded to sign over the rights to my firstborn child. Small price to pay for the freedom of flying. Prop man. But we got the prop back. I'm often thinking why did they think that was a good idea? See, I stand back and watch the professionals do what they do best, right? Struggle with a nut. This is how it's meant to be, folks. Okay, update. Propeller's on, magneto is timed. The Shorefly is timed a little bit different than a normal magneto. You've got to set the engine to number 1, top dead center, and then essentially set the Shorefly to its 0 position. Then you use some dip switches on the inside to tell it when to fire. So my engine is timed for 20 degrees before top dead center is when the spark plug will fire. And we've told the Shorefly to fire at 20 degrees, but it's timed off the 0 degree marking on the cylinder 1 stroke. So that's all good. We're cinching down the magneto, checking wiring. I'm gonna do a basic system check. We'll unwrap the propeller and see where it goes from there.
If you Google do speed mod didn't work, it's kind of like
Yeah,
no one really talks about it.
no one agrees.
Demonstrate.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Dang. They even put the McCauley sticker back on there. Oh, yes. Wow.
3.5 grand.
Yeah. Clearly. Wow. That's beautiful, man. That's clean. That is clean. That makes me feel really good. Would you look at that? That is the nicest prop I've ever seen. Well, probably not, but it's on my airplane, so of course it's the nicest prop I've ever seen. It's also a tall prop. It's a gigantic prop, right? I'm 6'5", 6'6", and I'm stretching my hand all the way out, and I'm just reaching the tip of that prop. Remarkable. All right, so quick update. Shorefly is cinched down. Spark plugs are all back in except one. Leads are all back on. We've put new crush washers, crush gaskets on all the spark plugs. Standard stuff, right? Engine's timed. We use the dial indicator to do that. Now all we got to do is talk through the electrical system and do a sanity check, and then we'll be ready to rock. The prop looks great. Can't wait to see it outside. All right, before we close this one, let's talk through alternator.
Okay, so I looked the other day, so the band looks pretty straight.
Yeah.
And then you've shimmed it.
Yep.
You've lock wired that on. This is all tightened down.
Yep.
This is on here.
Yep.
Electronically, you've wired it per print using this plane power
Right.
controller here. You joined up the two.
Yeah, that's the only part that I had doubts about the entire time, because this didn't have a regulator like that to begin with, right? The voltage regulator that came out of this had this, gigantic wire, the power wire from the alternator going into the regulator and then coming out of it. So my idea was that came out of the loop.
Yeah.
So joined those two ends together. Yeah. And the rest of the system would have been exactly the same as an alternator.
Because all this is effectively doing is it's sensing the voltage,
yeah,
and then increasing or decreasing the field.
The field on the alternator, right? So yeah, that's the only thing I've changed, and that wasn't entirely clear in the instruction manual. So I just wanted to do a sanity check with you on that.
Yeah.
But we're about to find out. There was already a 70 amp breaker under the panel.
Yeah, so you've got two separate breakers, one that goes out, one is coming out of this, and one is for the field.
Yes, I put in a 5 amp breaker for the field.
Yeah.
I removed the breaker that came out from that starter vibrator thing.
Have you got anywhere that indicates voltage in the cockpit?
The JPI does.
JPI, okay.
Yeah.
Because, we need to see, because if the voltage starts creeping up,
Shut it down, yeah.
Shut down, as we know that this isn't working.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to try pulling her out and running her up?
Yeah. Let's get it done. I gotta go in a little bit.
Yep. Let's do that. That's clear. That's clear. Tail's clear, tires clear. We'll start pulling, just watch your back. Yeah.
I've got an electric tug now.
I think I'm gonna buy the one from Stig.
Has he got an electric one, is he?
Yeah, he's got a one of those battery powered ones.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be great for this airplane. Okay, well, 2 months of waiting comes down to this very moment. Time to put the key in and see what she does. What you're seeing here are just, medium power static run-ups, just to check that the alternator is regulating its voltage appropriately and that the belt won't fly off the alternator. We're also doing a mag drop test here to test out whether the Shorefly is doing what it's supposed to do, and everything felt pretty smooth. We do have a Dynavibe now that we will use to balance this prop in the near future, but for now, things are looking pretty good and the airplane has been returned to service. Well, there you go, proof that I can actually do some stuff right. Simon came in and helped me check all the wiring, went over all of the instructions, and ensured that we did all the installs right on the prop, the Shorefly, and the plane power alternator system, as well as the JPI that's mounted to the instrument panel of the airplane. Fired it up, things ran just fine, voltage system was looking perfect, the JPI came on board, and everything looked great there. We're going to add a little bit more instrumentation to the JPI as we go along. I don't have enough money for that right now, but I'd like to be able to see RPMs and manifold pressure on the JPI itself. So we'll add those, and it'll improve our safety margins on this airplane. Next, I just need to get better enough to go fly this thing, because now summer's here and we have tinted windows. so we're comfortable and we're ready to fly. Right, we run this yesterday. I just wanted to peek under here before I run it again today and see that the belt is still on. So I'm going to go to a high power setting today. The SureFly is still in place. That's good news. Everything else looks pretty good on this side. Oil cap's on, dipstick is in place, P-lead is on the SureFly. That's a sanity check. We're not going to tear everything down. We just want to look under there for the things that are obvious. So we can close that. I'll go pop on the other side, do the exact same thing. Okay, I don't see any oil leaking from under the oil filter. We just redid the oil filter. Battery cap is on. Leads are on this side. Looking for any obvious oil leaks. Doesn't seem to be any. I'm satisfied here. So we're going to close this back up. I'm going to pull it out and go taxi around out there, play around. See you guys out there. I really want to say thank you to each and every single one of you who sits by and watches this crazy content sometimes. I know I try to be funny, I know I try to be a little bit quirky. It's just my style. If you don't like it, I apologize for trying to give you free content, but I'm not going to change my ways. Anyways, be good to your neighbors. Feed your dog. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing something really great today. I don't know what it is, but just do it. And we'll see you here again next time.